First lesson, winning. Let's close it. Yeah. If you want to close it, first of all, you have to make a decision. Yeah. And the first lesson is really making decisions. Sometimes I feel entrepreneurs, leaders get some interviews, get some candidates, and actually they could make a decision, but they feel uncomfortable. Yeah. And decision making, who fits to your team, who fits to your leadership style, who fits to your long-term goals, yeah, is quite important. And therefore we start with that. Yeah. We really want to work out, okay, who's Mrs. and Mr. Right for your own team. Yeah. The perfect outcome of this lesson is really understanding, okay, who fits with me? What arguments, what beliefs, what experience must be there that I say it's an absolutely outstanding candidate. Clearness about this, clarity, yeah? Clarity about the situation where you say, that's important to me. So the skill we teach is selecting very quickly without overjudging. Yeah? We talk about that. For example, I started a couple of years ago as a headhunter, single entrepreneur. It's good. I was a freelancer, professional freelancer, working for corporates. Thought, okay, it's not, for me, it was always easy to find candidates, to inspire them and get them to the CEOs. They hired them really well done. So I made my money. I said, yeah, I could live with that, but I want more. Yeah. So not more money, more impact and the money. And anyway, I started really thinking about, okay, what do I need to grow? I needed processes. I need a database. I need contacts. I need employees. So I started to reach out for employees. Do you think it's funny to find some researchers or some other headhunters? No, it's not. It's the same problem. I've been there where you've been. Yeah, I started from zero. Today I have 6 employees. It's good, yeah. It's not a huge organization so far, but we are strongly growing, yeah. And the reason or the way I researched out for employees was on values, yeah. So I started with my first employee, Nadia, for example. Nadia is the head of research of our organization, and she is brilliantly. She has so much heart for doing the job. She loves what she does, yeah? Because of course she wants money, of course she wants structure, of course she wants to improve and grow. And she's kicking me from time to time. Yes, I love it, I need it, yeah? But the best part of Nadia is her heart. She is so aligned with the values, with the concept we deliver, with the service attitude. She wants to bring great experience out in the world. Of course she wants to be successful, yeah? But you know what? Do you know how many researchers and headhunters are out there who just care about the money, who give a shit about the standards, about the why you do it, about the how you do it? Yeah, they just care about the what. And this is exactly what we want to reduce. And we reduce it when we have the arguments, when we have a compass which guides us who's fitting. What arguments can we discuss? When do we reject immediately? So many business owners make mistakes and rejections, yeah? Because they believe, oh, you know what, I want someone long-term and the guy is living, a couple of cities away from us, not sure about him. But you reject without talking. Bad idea. You think, okay, they ask for 10,000 more than you can spend. I don't want to compromise on that. And in terms of, I do not feel very strong if I call them and say, you know what, but it's 10,000 less than you ask for. That's not working, right? Yeah, it's not working. So, because you believe it's a hard number and it's a judgment you can make, but at the end of the day, it's a decision of the candidate to accept an offer. And maybe you inspire them before you reject them. Maybe you listen to them before you reject them, yeah? The rejection market is huge, yeah? So many people got rejected because you believe, you try to read in a CV a lot of information, you came up with your decision and then you say no. And I believe in the rejection area, it's plenty of room plenty of room to improve. Yeah. Second topic is really what is a must and what is a nice to have. Yeah. We need to discuss that in detail. But if we need a clear understanding, what is our position? Where can we make a deal here? Yeah. It's not good to have a standard job advert where you say, these are the skills, this is in stone, and I don't talk about anything. We have to be flexible, and this lesson is about flexibility, about becoming clear and becoming someone who sees opportunities instead of failures. Okay? Let's jump into the tool. All right, we talk about the perfect candidate investment tool, and I really want to stretch the argument that we actually receive CVs, that we are in contact with a lot of people, but often we oversee that people who might be a fit, we don't talk to them because we believe they are on a higher level. What concerning salary, we believe they don't move to us, that we believe that they are totally happy, but they are not actually. And so we will talk about points of rejection. What is the argument? We will talk about topics, arguments which are discussable. And we also want to talk about hiring qualification. What needs to be done, ticked on boxes before we actually really hire the people? Because the most expensive failure you can make is hiring wrong people, right? And therefore, let's jump in. In front of me is a perfect candidate investment tool. Let's talk about rejections. We talked about rejection because of the salary expectations. Yeah. And I see, the candidate has to write down something. Yeah. Often you will write down, please name your salary expectations and send us your CV. And the salary expectations are, for example, 70,000. So, and let's assume, you say, okay, 70,000 is good. Anyway, the market looks like more 60,000, not sure about the candidate. What do you do with them? Do you invite them immediately to an interview to understand what is the gap of 10,000? What much more experience do I get? Or do you say, no, it's a no-go? If you belong to the second part, which most people do, you miss an opportunity here because they don't know you. They are searching, they did a market analysis and their market somewhere said maybe around 70. They needed to put down a sum of money and you reject them without talking to them. And I would highly recommend, because this is the most critical factor where we see you all, I would say 60 or 70% of all mandates I get from all jobs in headhunting, the people already had good candidates. They rejected. They couldn't inspire. They had a bad process. They didn't over-deliver and the candidate choose someone else. So the perfect candidate is mostly already in your environment. So, and therefore I want to stretch that out because most people can't make decisions or making decisions on the wrong argument, and salary is stretchable here. Yeah. I'm not saying you have to pay more. I say you have to be more flexible, and when you inspire the persons, when they know the story, when they know why you do it, then when they know how you do it, maybe you have more freedom in your company. Maybe you have the chance to make decisions in your company. All this is value for our employees. And if they don't know that, they compare just the salary. And this is never a good starting point for rejecting candidates. So, but besides the salary, we have plenty of arguments why we reject candidates. And I want you to write down the minimum, absolutely minimum arguments where you say, if the people don't have that, for example, if you need an engineer for legal advices or from a legal point of view, engineer title is a minimum standard. So because from a legal point of view or from a customer point of view, or from a capability point of view, I would start argumenting and say, is it really necessary, or do you feel just more comfortable with that? Yeah. But if it's from a legal point of view, or you have some contracts where it's written down that you have to provide engineers, then obviously there's no discussion room. But if not, I would highly stretch every single criteria. Okay, let's take it for other topics. They have to live in the region where you live at the moment, yeah, or where your working office is. Is that still the case? Homework is possible. We have certain flexible modules. Maybe 2 times a week in the office and 3 times home would work as well. So what are the reasons for rejection? Write them down and question mark them in detail. And in a positive and opportunistic way. Think always, okay, if it would be perfectly working, then it would be a must. Because sometimes, the fear and the ability that we can't imagine that it's working leads us to reject. Rejection is easy, but in these days we're living in, I would rather think twice or 3 times about it to reject a candidate instead of making an opportunity. So if we have the point of rejection very clearly outlined, we feel more comfortable. Second topic is expectations. I know you want everything for the cheapest price. I know that you are really keen to get the best for the money you spend. I know that you're looking for a fully fledged candidate who brings everything with you. Yeah. But we now starting to the point of discussion points. Yeah. Let's discuss. For example, experience is a perfect example. Yeah. Most of my candidates or most of the business owners say 10 years experience in XYZ. I said, okay, come on. Is really 10 years necessary? And if I discuss with them, it would be someone who have 2 to 3 years with the right character would do the job. It's not about the experience. It's really about the character and the energy and the willingness to overperform. So experience is often overjudged in terms of, we need 10 years, we need, an expert, we need a senior, etc. So all that is, I would question, I would discuss. What's the assumptions you have? If you get someone with 10 years experience, you are expecting that, write that down. Yeah, you are expecting, you have assumption that something happens if someone has 10 years experience. Maybe you say, for example, I was in the building industries, yeah, and they said we need a head of calculation who knows every price. And I said, okay, and knowing the prices is quite okay, good. Yeah, but it comes with experience only. I had someone who did just calculation for 2 years. He knows everything. He was an expert. He was outstanding. Yeah, by any definition you can think about it. They would be rejected from their own HR team because it's just 2 years experience. I mean, could you think about that? Yeah, he got the job at the end of the day because talking is gold. Yeah, discussing is gold. Yeah. So discuss, please outline everything. And again, the assumption where you say, do we really, what's the discussion points? What's good? What's bad? Where's the discussion? What is the minimum criteria where we say, okay, let's discuss, let's sit down and discuss. If someone works in New Delhi and you're in USA, obviously, if it's not digital possible, it's a rejection. Yeah, we don't have to discuss. Yeah, but if they sit in San Francisco, for example, and you're somewhere else in California, and then we start from there. That might be a discussion point here. All right. Third point is really hiring, when to hire, right? And this is actually making decisions where I say we are humans. I would always give someone a chance to improve, to grow, to stick with me when I have the feeling they stick for 3 to 5 years with me. 3 to 5 years is your goal. you know, and it doesn't matter on which level. Yeah, if you are on a low level, blue collar workers hiring, yeah, still 3 to 5 years. What do the people need to stay with us 3 to 5 years? Find the emotions, find the underlying values, find the topics where you really say, okay, that fits to me, you know, for whatever reason. Maybe you say, hey, the people approach you, say, you know, it's a shorter way to work. I got new kids, and so that's it, full stop. Then you can say, okay, he's just looking for a shorter way to work because of the kids. Family is quite important. Okay, stretching out the family topic a little bit more. So you should hire if the purpose of the candidate fits to your values. If you have a long-term security that the people are really belong to they believe in your story, they believe in the system, they are capable of challenging you, they are the guys who can, you know, what you expect from them is one topic, but how do you expect the growing with you? So this needs to be discussed, and therefore this is a candidate investment tool. Because why do I write down investment? Yeah, because sometimes you have really great candidates and there's a gap of 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. 30,000 gap is possible to close. How? Inspire, purpose, long-term vision. Plus, thinking as an entrepreneur, thinking like an investor. Okay, guy, listen. I'm closing. Yeah? We come later in the closing section, but never reject someone because he's 10, 20, 30,000 above your expectation of the salary. Start discussing with them. Start listening. Start feeling. If it's the right candidate, it's the value is there to invest. You don't have to invest 30,000 immediately. I'm absolutely sure that's possible, that you have the perfect match, that they will find a deal with you. The deal might be more flexible, might be low. Let's go in the direction. Let's pay you the 60,000. Let's work out a bonus program which works for you and me. I'm interested in growing and I absolutely believe in you. That is really key in making decisions today, okay? So let's really have the investment mentality ongoing when we decide reject or not. And also, if you are in a structure where you say, Dirk, I can't make investment decision, it's coming up from the boss upstairs, please also try to inspire them. Tell them the story why you believe this candidate is worth 30,000 more and we should invest. You know, the CEO will maybe also see yourself in a different position saying, hey, thanks, that the idea is very good, and maybe they start discussing with you on a totally new level, because at the end of the day, we need the people to grow. All right? Have fun. Any questions? Let's talk in the Q&A sessions.